What's up guys, today I'll be working on battle chasers art with the gates. It will be stressful for me because these gates are already done by another very awesome artist. I can aid the gun and I'm scared to touch this piece of art, but I would like to show you how paint this environment art, this kind of style. I think it will be very interesting, so let's start. Let's start working on these hands. It's fully low poly model. We got baked maps by baking low poly to low poly in Subs Painter, so it's we don't have any sculpt information. And despite this fact, we can get very nice, very beautiful base textures in Subs Painter. It's an asset, it's a gates from a Battle Chasers game. It's very famous gates, and actually it was very scary to start doing this tutorial because you know, when it's already perfect, it looks perfect in somewhere. So when some artist already made these textures perfect, it's very scary to start doing it. Especially for tutorial, no. So you have to show how it's cool. So you make it very cool, no. And it's very scary to show because it's scary. So I used the concept from some concepts from Battle Chasers to pick the colors. And in the first step, yeah, I made one very big mistake. I made my edges very strong, very bright, and since this gates it has a lot of elements, you know. So when you're doing some strong edges, so I just during the process I made them not so strong. For me, much better to make the edges not very strong, but enhance them in some places, then reducing the strength everywhere. No, so it's one of the things why I don't like to make my textures very bright in the beginning, because it's very hard to make it darker in how you like, how you want, then making it brighter. And what I'm doing, I play with edges, same as in previous my videos. I play with edges thickness, I play with material texture, and I play with contact shadows. I advise you to find special references from focused elements, like for the school. I advise you to find some interesting references to make it perfect. And I like to work on these gates because it was really fun. I have a lot of fun by painting this with at least the thickness of the edges. I really like to try to paint like my favorite artist Edekan, who worked on these original gates, and it's a very cool artist, and I like to watch his works, his painting. He has very flat style. Probably it's because of the requirement for the specific games. But I like very flat, flat style of textures. But to study how to paint flat texture, you have to first understand how to play with the shadow and lighting. You don't have to afraid to play with the shadow and lighting. It's like the next level. First you have to try play with shadow and lighting, with the shape, with enhancing the shape. And first time it will be not too much cool. And the next level, when you doing your textures, you don't afraid to make it flat, but keeping this shadow and lighting on specific level. You see how I just make my edge darker. It's very nice. It's interesting technique. Yeah, it's a concept for Ship Syndicate for the Battle Chasers game, and it was painted by Grace Liu. It's another artist who I like to watch in the art station, but she hid her works, unfortunately, because of art station politics with artificial intelligence. So she hid her works, but you can find her art in Pinterest, probably in her own site. I can't advise you. I just want to play with it. I like to play with with enhancing some elements, and like to play with them to make some elements more flatter. I like to play with this element more flatter. This has some more significant details, some bright edges, etc. So I like to play with all this. My first step was to paint all details with the same lighting, much more darker lighting than in the final look. So first time I play with the details. So then my step when I paint the details and when I play with the lighting. If you are concept artist, I personally advise you, and you are looking for new opportunities, I personally advise you to try this tutorial. I personally advise you to train your painting technique, painting skills, because the other artists, 2D artists, concept artists, they have a very significant advantage. because they already have skills to paint, of painting. Everything you need just to base skills of using 3D code or base or subs painter, and it's not hard at all. You just transfer your experience from Photoshop to the 3D code. Yes, when I'm enjoyed with my base textures, I add the grays elements around, but I didn't paint the rear side because it's a tutorial. see, I paint my edges, my level of edges, like it's a multi-layer cake. So first I paint some more darkish highlights and brighter. The most bright highlights, they have very minimal space. It's just like in various spot places. I don't like the shape of this school because it's too rounded. It's not too stylized, but I can change it by textures here. So I decided to leave it because it's a tutorial only about the texture. You know, as there are a lot of new games in stylized style, like it's very nice to have this skill.